What's going on, 165 subscribers? You're watching Chillmonger. Now, Joker. Damn. If you didn't watch the movie, I don't know why you're watching this. Maybe you want a non-spoiler review. This isn't it. I'll give you a non-spoiler review. Batshit crazy, rated R, but no nudity. Because you know how the movies like to do that. Remember Logan? He was driving those prom kids, and then they go, "Hey, driver!" and one of them flashes him. They just did that because they could, because of the rated R. This was just rated R because of all of the violence, and it gets violent. That's my non-spoiler review. Adios. Hit the like button on your way out. Spoilers. This shit was so stupid. It was so crazy, and it was also so good, and it was also not DC. It wasn't the accurate Joker. No. If you're looking for that, you're gonna be upset. I went in there looking like, yo, I'm gonna be mad at this movie. It's not gonna be really Joker. It's gonna be shit. But I still liked what I saw. I was thoroughly entertained. Never a dull moment. Every time you thought you knew something, there'd be a twist. That woman that lives in, played by Zazie Beetz, the neighbor, that one. I thought that he actually invited her to perform. I thought that she was crazy for saying, "Hey, you're the guy who follows me. Why don't you come in?" I thought she was the one at the hospital holding his hand. But right in that end scene, you got to see him appearing at her home, and she says, "Hey, you're the guy from across the street. You're in the wrong place." And when that scene played, it made it clear to me that he's having these fantasies. That time where he was in the TV studio and the host calls him up and says, "Hey, what's your name?" That's all a fantasy too. Now there's a third fantasy or not fantasy where they showed his mother being interrogated by someone at the institute and he's just in the corner chilling watching it go down. This is the third time that we actually saw something that didn't take place, like he wasn't actually in that room. But the question is that I had with I know you're watching, Kenzie, Jonathan, me and him were talking about this. Is Thomas Wayne legitimately his dad or not? Is he so rich and powerful that he forged those documents and made it sound like a mom's crazy, needs help, needs everything? Because I thought that's how it went, but Jonathan, who none of you guys know, he was saying that no, Thomas Wayne is actually in the right, and he's not the brother of Batman and all that. And I'm just thinking, no, he's so powerful and he can make it happen. The mom, we've never seen any signs of craziness from her. All I know is that she's old. Hey, she has her son take care of her, but she seems like a good mother, caring mother, writing a letter up to Thomas Wayne talking about your son and you're a nice guy and look at him, he's gonna save the day. She didn't seem that off at all to me. So that's the way I interpreted it. I'm probably in the minority. If you are in that minority with me, let me know in the comment section. I don't think a lot of people share this opinion, but that Thomas Wayne actually worked it to get rid of fucking Joker. The way that Alfred, when he knew that name, Penny. What's his last name? Stark? Not Stark. How do I not know the name of the main character? Arthur. It'll say so right there when I edit. But when he heard that name, Alfred knew, like, okay. So that's why I really think that they are actually brother and son, brother and brother with Batman. He was nice and young. He was not nice and young, but Joaquin Phoenix, what's that guy, 40? It didn't work. That's a problem, major problem. But it's also not like they're doing a connected universe where we're going to go from here anywhere. This movie was one and done. And that'll be that. If it was one and done, they probably could have killed Joker at the end, right? Couldn't they? They decided not to do that, though. The things that he incites, the masks and craziness, I can see a lot of this like happening. Not today, of course, because this happened in the past, and because it happened in let's say 80s, no technology, there's no surveillance everywhere. The police works, everything that they do is slow, and because of that, he got away with fucking everything in this movie. I was watching and criticized. Oh yeah, it takes place in the past. Oh yeah, it takes place in the past. I kept on having that. But this movie was dark with the shit that he pulled, man. At the first that murder of those three people, I was cheering for Joker as he murdered them. Right? You can't be kicking a guy on this. You're allowed to defend yourself in any way with the gun that the clown dude gave to him. Now the clown dude told a funny joke that I feel horrible for laughing at, and you laughed at it too, about miniature golf. That was like the one like funny moment, and even the funny moments I couldn't I feel remorse for enjoying, right? I was watching this movie with my medium popcorn, and I could not finish to the end of it. It made me it was hard to eat and digest things. That's how freaky this movie was. I did laugh a second time, and it had to do with the small guy. So when after he kills that other clown, he locks the door, and I'm like, the little guy can't reach, and I'm giggling because I know it's coming before the theater knows it's coming, and I probably looked stupid for it. But yeah, everyone else kind of laughed too when it came to the point where the small dude had to reach and just like, can you help me? That's a new way of like adding suspense to your movie. Isn't that kind of creative? You got to give it to the writers of this movie, the director of this movie, and everyone involved. Joaquin Phoenix, man, I don't know what it takes to win Best Actor award for the awards show, the Oscar awards show. I forgot what it was called. That one, but like, that's better than anything I've seen this year. I genuinely believe. I was watching his interview with Jimmy Fallon this week, and he's like sitting on the couch with his knees up, and I'm like, oh my, watch out, Jimmy. Like I really was afraid of what he was about to pull. So he did a damn good job in this movie, man. If you're in it for acting and if you're in it for entertainment and joy, you'll get a whole lot out of this movie. If you're in it for an accurate portrayal of DC Comics, not that I'm the biggest DC guy, I'm more of a Marvel guy, you know that. You're not going to be pleased. There's a dude at the comic shop I'm going to be talking to on Wednesday, and he's like anti this movie, anti every trailer. He always has to say. I want to see what he's got to say about it because even if you went in like me with this heart in mind, this movie was damn fine. This was great. This was hot. But if it was called Arthur Laughs or some shit like that, no, I wouldn't have watched the movie. They kind of exploited me by calling it Joker by making it a comic book movie. I do like that they advertised it as this off-world. This is not the same as Aquaman and Shazam that we saw. This isn't because Jared Leto is the Joker in that universe, but this Joaquin Phoenix version of Joker is different, and they let me know beforehand, and it was different. I'm gonna be mad because it's different. I'm not mad that it's not. I can't word this right. I love the connected universe stuff. I feel like every time I watch a movie in a connected universe, any franchise, whether it's Fast and Furious or Star Wars or anything that's attached to other movies, I love that because my time, every time I watch this movie and I replay this movie, it's time well spent. It's knowledge to the database, which will make me appreciate the next one because the next one will hint at the previous, just like Avengers Endgame when Spider-Man had activate instant kill. I'm like, yeah, I remember Homecoming. Yep, I remember that where you're talking to your Karen artificial intelligence and she said instant kill. I remember that. Like that is lovely, and that's what I want in my movies to be repaid by watching all the Harry Potters because some spell he's going to use from the seventh movie is one I heard in the third movie, Expelliarmus. Oh, but that's Harry right there. You remember that scene? Oh, the books too, if you read the books, which I did. Yeah, I didn't want to make this video longer than it needed to be. I want to keep it under 10 minutes. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you're not new to the channel, then you are subscribed to the channel, and I appreciate you. Chillmonger out.